please stand as the graduates enter the Muscatine High School football stadium, led by Cassandra Larson, our senior class valedictorian. Graduating class, you may now be seated. Guests, you may now be seated also. Good afternoon. My name is Terry Hoganson, and I'm the principal at the Muscatine High School. It is an honor to stand before you and extend the warmest of congratulations to the class of 2021. I am grateful to everyone that is here today to celebrate this class. Before we begin, I want to recognize all the individuals that made today possible. I want to thank Chris Meeker, Allie Mikey, Melody Edkin, Doreen Bordy, Carrie Hawkins, and Danny Wolf for their assistance in making today happen. I want to extend gratitude to Jeff Miller and the maintenance and custodial team for the work that they put in to make this event transpire smoothly and efficiently. Thank you to Chris Anderson and Chad Bishop for their help in streaming the event, to all those individuals that wanted to be here today but couldn't. I want to express appreciation to our school board members that watch over our district with care, focus, and passion. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Clint Christopher, our superintendent, who continually supports our schools and families and students. Additionally, it is with great pride that I'd like to recognize all Muscatine Community School District staff. Without the guidance of great educators from preschool to 12th grade, our class of 2021 wouldn't be sitting in front of you today. If you are a Muscatine District staff member, please stand to be recognized. I would also be remiss if I didn't mention that Al Hilton will be introducing all of our students as they cross the stage today. He retired last year but was willing to come back today to be part of the ceremony. I'd like to introduce you to Cassandra Larson, our valedictorian, and her parents, Catherine and Terry Larson. Would Cassandra's parents please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Cassandra Larson.
Not only do I get the privilege of being Muscatine High School's valedictorian, I also get the privilege of introducing you to the young women and men that are devoting their life to their nation. They have decided to join the military and have chosen the path to ensure that the freedoms and liberties that we enjoy continue to exist each and every day. As I read your name, please stand to be recognized. Please hold your applause till all the names have been announced. I would like to mention that some of our classmates who have chosen to join the military to serve have already left for military training. So from the National Guard, Jaylise Cruz Medina, with the parent of Elizabeth Medina. Brian Lothridge, with the parents of Brian and Elizabeth Lothridge. From the Navy, Caden Roberts, with the parents of Matt Roberts and Jennifer Coughlin. From the Army, Alex Chartier, with the parents Melissa Reynolds and Robert Chartier. From the Marines, Giselle Linares with the parents Rosa Luciero. And Aaron Lane, parents with Aaron Lane and Wendy Clark. I ask these individuals to remain standing and ask that you rise for the singing of the national anthem by Rebecca McNeely and Anna Puffenbaugh. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca and Anna.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Rebecca and Anna, for the beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Thank you. I now have the privilege of making the commencement address. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a very exciting day, not only you graduates, for all the people who worked so hard to get you here today. Now I want to give the congratulations to everyone, including myself, for being here and making it this far today. Despite all the odds, big and small, like a global pandemic, we made it here. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the teachers, both past and present, on my own behalf, but also on behalf of class of 2021. None of us would be here without your dedication to our success in and out of the classroom. Now on to the important part of the speech. For most of us, we entered this high school in 2017 and spent 4 long, agonizing years just to come here today, to receive a piece of paper. We endured many struggles together and alone just to make it through to this day. In freshman year, we all experienced wandering through the hall lost and hopeless. Sophomore year felt like we were finally catching a breath, but we were still in the in-between phase where we were not babies of the school, but we still had 0 status. Well, junior year, it seems just implied. We lost almost half of the year due to a global pandemic. We went into spring break thinking we were going to get an extra week and came out missing the rest of the year. We missed out on many memories that year, our first prom, spring sports, the musical, and other club activities. We were separated from each other and this community. Then we came into our senior year in which we weren't back to normal yet. We began the year in hybrid learning, which most of us got separated from our friends and fellow classmates, given that they were on the opposite day or just online altogether. We missed out on our senior year homecoming. We had an abnormal senior march, and we had a harder experience supporting our fellow classmates at sporting events. We had an outdoor prom, but most importantly, we missed our time to be a normal senior class altogether. Despite all these obstacles of the past years, especially this past year, we all succeeded, had fun, and are stronger as a result, willing and able to tackle whatever life throws at us. Here we are accomplishing something most will never do, graduating in the midst of a global pandemic. One piece of advice to my fellow graduates and all others in the audience comes from one of my favorite American professors, Joseph Campbell. He explains that there's perhaps nothing worse than reaching the top of a ladder and discovering that you were on the wrong wall. Essentially telling us to enjoy the journey and not the success that comes to you once you accomplish it. In other words, avoid doing things that won't make you happy with what you're doing just in your life. Make sure you are enjoying your life on the daily and not just procrastinating your happiness, because eventually the idea of that happiness will slip away. Because ultimately, it is you that has to live with your life decisions, and it is better to avoid making decisions that you will later regret. So as we all move forward in this our next chapter of our lives, make sure you are doing something that makes you happy and find a place in this world that brings you joy. Once again, I ask you to join me in congratulating the class of 2021, the class that came straight out of quarantine, beat quarantinitis as well as senioritis, and a multitude of other obstacles to make it here today.
Thank you. Thank you for representing the very best of what Muscatine has to offer. At this time, we'll be playing a recording of the Battle Hymn of the Republic, a long-standing tradition in the Muscatine Community School system. Thank you. Thank you. It is now. Is that showing? Hello? Okay. We're back on. It is now my honor to introduce you to Noah Miller, who will introduce the students that are in the top 5% of their class. After the introduction of the 5%, he will also have the privilege of introducing students that are receiving silver, gold, white cords, and medals. Thank you. Let's welcome Noah Miller.
I have the great privilege of introducing you to the top 5% of our graduating class. These students worked remarkably hard and put tremendous effort to get to this point today. They chose rigorous courses, put in countless hours of studying, even at the cost of missing other events, and constantly strived for greatness to receive this honorable recognition. All recipients have already received their medals in advance of today's ceremony. As your names are read, please stand and turn towards the stadium. Please hold your applause until all the names have been read. Nathan Audis, Elsie Barahana, Catherine Eads, Megan Gray, Holly Hilbrandt, Cassandra Larson, Veda Matos, Kaylee McConaughey, Rebecca McNeely, Noah Miller, myself, Hannah Pouts, Anna Puffenbaugh, McKenna Reese, Scott Renninger, Kristen Schlein, Lauren Simmering, and Joshua Thomas. Please join me in congratulating these students on their amazing achievement. Thank you. At this time, I would like to recognize the hard work and dedication displayed by my classmates and peers. As you look over the graduating class of 2021, you may notice many of them are wearing a variety of colored cords. These cords represent different critical aspects to the students in regards to their education as well as selflessness towards others. I now recognize each cord and its significance. Students, please stand and face the crowd to be recognized. Please remain standing until I've completed announcing all the cords and medals. Audience, please hold applause until the end of each group. The silver cord recognizes students who have completed 140 plus hours of volunteer work and service. Okay. There you go. The honors medal recognizes the students graduating with honors. These students took a rigorous course selection and maintained a GPA of 3.5 or higher throughout their high school careers. The white cord recognizes the students who are in the top 20% of their graduating class. And finally, the gold cord recognizes students who have maintained a grade point average of 3.0 or higher through their 4 years of high school education. Congratulations on your achievements, class of 2021. Let's give the seniors one final round of applause to commend them on their accomplishments.
It is now my honor to present the class of 2021. Members of the Board of Education, Mr. Christopher, ladies and gentlemen and honored guests, on behalf of Muscatine High School staff and administration, I am proud to announce that these students have completed the requirements of the State of Iowa Department of Education and the Muscatine Community School District. We are now ready to award diplomas. As a reminder to the audience, one of the greatest moments in a graduate's life is hearing their name called as they walk across the stage. With that in mind, I respectfully ask that our audience refrain from applause until the end of the graduates' names have been called, so that each student and family member can have their special moment. At this time, we will start the distribution of student diplomas, and we will start on this side. Cassandra Larson. Noah Miller. Joshua Thomas. Rebecca McNeely. Anna Poffenbaugh. Yair Acosta Gomez. Natalie Allen. Catherine Ariano Moya. Nathan Otis. Carter Aubrey. Elsie Barahona. Trevor Barkalow. Gracie Barnard. Natalie Bean. I need your card. Sasha Mattis. Brandon Fraser.
Aaron Brewer. Mila Bear. Mason Beatty. Alejandro Becerra. Niza Bejarano. Sarah Bayo. Laurel Bender. Branson Benson. Catherine Benton. Cruz Burkhofer. Chase Bishop. Robin Bisson. Carly Blazik. Elavia Bobe. Victor Bonilla. Emiliano Botello. Abigail Bovenkamp. Brooke Bauer. Brian Bowman. Kiara Brand. Caden Brewer. Lucy Brookhart. Prince Brown. Rebecca Brunson. Victoria Bush. Donovan Cabrera. Virginia Cacho. Sophia Calderon. And Nayeli Cardona. Creighton Carlson. Abby Carter. Hector Mauricio Castillo del Bosque. Jesus Castro. Camry Cerda. Quinn Kalupa. Alex Chartier. Tyler Clark. Beckett Claire. Waker Claire. Anthony Colon Medina. Sophia Connard. Mentor Cooper. Angelisa Crawford. Sophie Crook. Delise Cruz Medina. Brittany Cubbage. Desmond Cuellar. David Dalby. Aiden Doffelt. Sydney Dawson. Tia Day. Kaylee Dayton. Destiny De Alejandro. Togan Deason. Joshua Diekman. Trevor Diedrichs. Jewel Dillard. Morgan Dodds. Tyler Donath. Jacob Draves. Emma Drawbaugh. Jacob Dreyer. Kate Eads. Avery Eagle. Brisa Echeverria. Alexander Edwards. Noah Elgatian. Sophia Emmert. Maria Engler. Elias Enriquez. Kyla Fear. Elise Finn. Tracy Folly Purviance. Paxton 4. Celeste Franco. Jackson Fegan. Sophie Gabriel. Morgan Galloway. Leslie Garcia. Alicia Garcia. Dalen Garrett. Aubriana Garza. Phoenix Gassaway. Elijah Gay. Carl Gibson. Stephanie Gomez. Emma Gordon. Angel Graciano. Shelby Grady. Megan Gray. John Green. Kylie Green. Jaylee Gutierrez. Caitlin Hagens. Alyssa Hall. Hallie Hansen. Catherine Harland. Olivia Harmon. Isabel Hartman. Kenny Hawkins. Logan Hayes. Dane Hepker. Ella Hilbrandt. Holly Hilbrandt. Jillian Hilbrandt. Adeline Hilger. Trevor Hill. Alexis Hurt. Emma Hoig. Delisha Hodges. Samantha Hoper. Jasper Hantz. Caden Hantz. Kendall Hantz. Shaylin Hantz. Brooklyn Horton. Michaela Howell. Jonathan Hughes. Robert Hunter. Alexandria Hurlbutt. Lainey James. Addison Johnson Enriquez. Cassie Johnson. Jocelyn Jones. Michaela Ross. William Keck. Kendall Keith. Hannah Keith. Pratibha Khatri. Logan Kirchner. Kylie Climbs. Lainey Naus. Brady Koff. Gwendolyn Cool. Andrew Kundle. Adam LaGrange. Owen Lance. Rachel Larson. Joel LaRue. Aaron Lane. Naya Lenhard. Isaiah Leza. Ryan Lynn. Giselle Linares. Dalton Logel. Zoe Long. Brian Lothridge. Adrian Madrigal. Marcus Madsen. Sophia Maher. Tyler Martin. Preston Martin. Giselle Martinez. Christian Martinez. Crystal Martz. Haley Mathis. Natalie Mathis. Veda Matos. Kaylee McConaughey. Cade McConaughey. Carter McCreary. Andrew McGill. Caitlin McGinnis. Jenna McLaughlin. Lola Madrano. Elena Madrano. Quentin Meerdink. Juan Mendoza Perez. Hunter Meyer. Hannah Michelson. Connor Miller. Kelsey Miller. Joseph Miller. Alexis Moeller. Marcos Molina. Reynaldo Montez Chavez. Yesenia Morales. Marco Morales. Yasmin Moran Rangel. Martine Moreno. Liliana Moreno. Joseph Morford. Xander Morgan. Riley Moss. Toby Murphy. Carter Naningay. Xander Now. Tavian Nipert. Jade Newberry Jones. Timothy Nimley. Telma Nuan. Jorge Ocampo. Amy Olivas. Andrew Oswald. Emma Owens. Lee Osalar. Cole Palmer. Isabella Patino. Hannah Pouts. Estefania Perez Barajas. Aislinn Perkins. Nicholas Peterson. Madison Peterson. Fallon Peterson. Alexis Petkunas. Gabriel Phillips. Zachary Plowman. Jeffrey Pratt. Yesenia Preciado. Jennifer Quinones. Elizabeth Ramirez. Erica Ramser. Diego Rangel. Mallory Reed. Matthew Risen. Elise Reyna. Bryn Reynolds. Skylar Rice. McKenna Reese. Haley Riley. Aubriana Riley. Scott Renninger. Logan Rennert. Kayana Rios. Christopher Rios. Jose Rivera Rodriguez. Caden Roberts. Patton Robinson. Isabel Rodriguez. Jair Romo Hernandez. Landon Rudolph. Ashlyn Ruiz Quiroz. Olivia Rusher. Alyssa Ryan. Kaylin Salyers. Tyson Sample. Johan Sanchez. Anthony Sanchez. Daisy Saucedo. Alejandro Shell. Kristen Schleveen. Cruz Schliessman. Paige Schmidt. Nicholas Schultz. Audrey Seibel. Tessa Sell. Aaron Serpin. Drea Shannon. Natalie Chopa. Lauren Simmering. Logan Skipton. Ryan Smith. Micah Smith. Janessa Smith Johnson. Natalie Snedden. Anna Sparks. James Sprague. Riley Staker. Madeline Staker. Alexandria Steele. Taylor Stogdill. Alexander Stoltzfus. Noah Strauss. Alexa Stroda. Natalia Taylor. Lily Tizer. Dawson Toborg. Cole True. Reed Olsis. Alexandria Van Acker. Andres Vargas. Keegan Vaughn. Aiden Venzon. Lexi Valarial. Andrick Villasenor. Maria Villatoro. Sophie Wagner. Malia Washington Cook. Annalise Wheeler. Avery Whittington. Jalissa Williams. Brianna Witkowski. Noah Yan. Jennifer Yake. Megan Yetter. Liberty York. Jamie Zapeta. Dulce Zapeta. Emma Zillig.
Hello? Okay. All right. I will have my remarks, and then we'll move on to Josh Thomas and go from there and finish off the ceremony. At the beginning of this year, we pulled the senior class together in the auditorium, and I played for them a song by Rascal Flatts, How They Remember You. If you're not familiar with the song, I will read to you part of the lyrics. Sprayed my name on an old water tower, carved it in an old cottonwood tree, signed a bunch of high school yearbooks so they wouldn't forget about me. It wasn't till I saw my daddy's name in stone, I knew it ain't a question if they will, but how they remember you. Did you stand or did you fall? Build a bridge or build a wall? Hide your love or give it all? What did you do? What did you do? Did you make them laugh or make them cry? Did you quit or did you try? Live your dreams or let them die? What did you choose? What did you choose? When it all comes down, it ain't if, it's how they remember you. When you're down to your last dollar, will you give or will you take? When the stiff wind blows the hardest, will you bend or will you break? You're gonna leave a legacy no matter what you do. It ain't a question if they will, it's how they remember you. After playing this song, I had the students reflect on how they want to be remembered, and I had them condense that feeling down to one word that was placed on a banner that was displayed in our hallways for several months. Some of the words you listed were strong, hopeful, kindness, leadership, #BLM, hardworking, smiling, giving, courage, accountable, human, fun, and determined. I was very impressed with the fact that the words you chose were uplifting at a time when it would have been easy to be pessimistic. I walked out of the auditorium with nothing but admiration for the class of 2021. So then came a year with challenges: hybrid to remote, remote to hybrid, hybrid to full return, virtual edgenuity to virtual odyssey-ware. How is your optimism going to hold up in a life of pandemic? The answer is apparent. You lived your words. You stepped up when others would have bowed out. You stayed positive when the negatives would have challenged you. You stood tall when you could have shrunk back. And you stayed unified when you could have been separated. So how will Muscatine High School remember you? What is your legacy? You'll be remembered for strength, adaptability, kindness, dedication, optimism, humor, and your courage. You have proven yourself worthy of taking on the challenges that lie ahead. We and I feel comforted in knowing that our future is in good hands. You are a memorable class that has earned our respect and admiration. Thank you for being you. Congratulations, class of 2021. We will now move to our retiring remarks presented to you by Mr. Joshua Thomas.
Whoa. There's like glare on the sheet, so it's hard to read. But here we go. So I know we've all been working for a long time to get our degrees and walk out of this ceremony, so I'll keep this real short. You're welcome. First, I want to say congratulations to everyone who's graduating. It wasn't always easy, but we made it. While this is the end of our high school experience and we have a lot of memories that we look back on, some more than others, Gwen, I put a box of tissues under your seat wherever you are. And if we continue to learn and grow in the face of the adversity like we have these last few years, then there's nothing that's going to be able to stop us from achieving our goals in our future. With that, would the class of 2021 please rise? Representing our step into the future together, please move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, graduating class 2021. Woo! Oh. Thank you everyone for attending, and you'll be dismissed by your rows.
All right, that concludes our ceremony. Enjoy the rest of the summer and the rest of your lives. Double up your drink.